Hello guys, Cadro Trades here. Welcome to a new video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining change of character and break of structure. In the first video, my first ever YouTube video, I was explaining the bullish and the bearish market structure. As I explained, when we say the market is bullish, we're basically in simple terms. I don't want you guys to complicate this. This thing is very, very easy, guys. I see a lot of people struggling to understand market structure. So just quick recap from our last video. A bullish market means the market is going up. And how you, as a trader, you can't just say the market is going up. You need to understand, okay, how do you know the market is going up? The market is not just going up like this, like a straight line. No, that is not how the market works. The market goes up in a series of higher highs and higher lows. That is the simplest way to understand it. A bullish market in the foreign exchange market is when price is creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. And how do we identify higher highs and higher lows on the chart? As I said, we use our highlighter tool because the market is not just going to go up. So the market has to create a series of higher highs and higher lows. If the market just goes up like this is my first illustration here, everyone is going to make money. But the market has to trend up in a series or in a sequence of higher highs and higher lows. So here we can see that this is a bullish market. Why? Because the market is going up. We've identified that. Okay, how do we know that price is actually bullish as a trader now? Okay, you understand that by what? Looking at higher highs and higher lows. And how do you identify higher highs and higher lows? As a beginner, basically use your highlighter tool. Come here, click on your highlighter tool. From this low to this high is a break of structure. So this is a what? This is a lower high. This is a lower high. This is a higher low. And this is a higher high. Okay? We go again. Higher low. Higher high. We go again. Higher low. Here again. Higher high. Why? Why am I putting higher low and higher high? Because whenever there's a new higher high, price must first breach the previous level of structure. Guys, please pay attention to this. Price must first breach the previous level of structure. So now we know that, okay, price created a higher low and then it created a higher high. Okay, now price then came back and retested this demand zone here. Oh, we'll still get into that, guys. I don't want to complicate anything for you guys. Now price has created a higher low here, as I marked out here, and then now price has created a higher high. Why? Because price broke above this previous structure here, which is called a break of structure. Yes, it's called a break of structure. And again, we're coming again. This is a higher low. Why? Because price broke above this previous high here, and we call it a break of structure. And again, we have a price has come here again, broken the previous level of structure, a clear break of structure, and now this is our new higher high. So this is just the basic scenario for a bullish market. Guys, don't overcomplicate this. Watch this over and over again and you will understand it. So for a bearish market, now it's literally the opposite. Market is trending down. And how do you identify that the market is trending down? By identifying the series of what? Lower highs and lower lows. In bullish market, we say what? Price is creating higher highs and higher lows. How do we know that? because price has to break the previous level of structure or the previous high to identify the break of structure and then to confirm us to us that price is bullish. And then now in the bearish market, price is creating a series of lower highs. This is a lower high and lower low. Okay, let me just quickly change this to blue here. This is a lower high and a lower low. Again, lower high, sorry, lower low, lower high, lower low. Why? Because price broke below this previous level of structure here, this low. Price failed to make another higher high, and the price broke below this lower low here. So this is now a break of structure, and then now price broke structure again, giving us to what? A new lower high, and then another new lower low. Okay, lower high, lower low. Why? Because price broke below this low here. So let me just illustrate on the chart here. You can see what? A lower high, a lower low. Why? Because price broke below this. A lower high, a lower low. Why? Because price broke below this. What? A lower high, a lower low. It's as easy as that, guys. Simple market structure video. So now, for us to understand what a change of character is, what we called a change of character. A change of character is when there's a sudden shift in market. Let's say price was going down. Yeah, that means the price is going bearish, and then price decided to switch bullish. If price just said to okay, let me just illustrate this now. Yeah, guys, listen. Let's say the market is going down. The market is bearish. The market is going down. It's bearish. Guys, I'm just trying to make this thing as simple as possible for you lot. The market is going down. The market is creating lower highs and lower lows. Okay, lower highs and lower lows. Okay, we know the market is bearish, of course. And then the market just said to not create another lower high. You know, in a normal day, the market will come here and create another lower high. Yeah, the market doesn't break the previous low and then decided to what? Break above the high. Guys, I know it's sounding complicated, but just look at it. Yeah, the market is bearish. Yeah, how do you know the market is bearish? We can see that price is creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. What's on it on this sequence? Yeah, what's the normal thing that's supposed to happen? The market is supposed to what? The market is supposed to what? Come here. Yeah, the market is supposed to come here and create a lower low. Yeah, but nah, the market doesn't do that. Yeah, the market doesn't do that. What did the market do instead? The market came here, created the lower low. Instead of the market to respect the supply zone here and create a new lower low, now the market decided to go up and break below, above, sorry. The market decided to break above the previous high. This high here. Guys, please listen to me. The market decided to break above the previous high instead of breaking below the previous low. Now this is what we call the change of character. It's as easy as that, guys. Yes, you know, when the market does change, what does change mean? Yeah, just literally use the definition of change. Sudden, some sudden difference in something. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? That's what change is. The market has been going bearish, and all of a sudden, the market just becomes different. Okay, why did the market change? Because buyers are not in control. Sellers who have been in control all this while, and buyers are not in control. How do you know buyers are in control? Because market was supposed to what? Create a new lower low and break below this low. Yeah, come here, break below this low here. Yeah, and continue the bearish sequence, but the market decided to what? Break above the high, which we call change of character. We call it what, guys? Change of character. It's as easy as that, guys. So in a bearish market, when price decides to change character, it's for two reasons. The other price is grabbing liquidity, or price is shifting structure. Yes. So I don't want to bore you guys now with the big terms. We are going to understand everything slow and steady. Slow and steady, guys. I'm here to give out as much knowledge as possible to you guys. So I just need you guys to listen to me carefully and listen to me attentively if you want to make it out from trading forex. It's very easy, guys. So now market has now changed character. Now we can say this is now a change of character. Yeah, and the market now can now continue bullish. How do you identify a bullish structure? How? By the series of what? Higher lows and higher highs. Easy. And now market creates what? Breaks below this previous what? This previous structure here. We'll call it what? A break of structure. The market now decides to start going up. Okay. Now we know that the market has switched from what? The market has switched from being bearish to being what? Bullish. How do we know that? In a bearish market, price was creating lower highs and lower lows here, as in this circle, as we identify. Markets failed to create a new lower high and then created a new higher high, which is called a change of character. And the market started what? Creating higher lows and higher highs, as we know. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Why? Because there's a break of structure here. There are breaks of structure confirming that buyers are in control. This is I don't want to go into advanced market structure. I just want you guys to understand this. So yeah, we can see a clear example, guys. How do we know? You can see. Let me just use my highlighter. You can see what? Hey, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Why? Because market broke below this previous low. Lower high, lower low. Why? Because market broke below this previous low. A lower high, a lower low. Why? Because market broke below this previous low. And now what's supposed to happen? On a normal day, what's supposed to happen? Market is supposed to do like this and continue going down, yeah? Following the sequence, yeah? But nah, the market doesn't do that. What does the market do? The market decides to then break above this structure point here, which we call what? As I just illustrated here, a change of character. So the market now continue going bullish, as you can see, higher low, higher high. So guys, in a nutshell, this is how you identify a change of character. And I gave a recap about bearish and bullish structure. Guys, don't overcomplicate it. The next video I'm going to show you guys how to identify supply and demand zone. There are a lot of things I'm leaving out, so I won't just confuse you guys. I don't want to confuse anyone, bro. I want this thing to be very understandable to anyone. Hey, you guys, catch you guys in the next video.